been wanting to do this job for a while now and just haven't got around to it. And if I don't do it soon, the grass will be growing up through and it'll make it more difficult. It's already growing already. So cut this a few weeks ago. My main aim was to cut the rushes because rushes aren't doing any good. The rushes will break down along with the grass and everything else I've cut, which under normal circumstances would be good because it's adding nutrients back into the ground, makes the grass grow. In this scenario, we've got a lot of wildflowers here, so we don't want the grass to go really mad. We want the flowers to have a chance. So by cutting it and removing certainly some of it, we're giving the flowers a chance not to be outcompeted by the grass. And we have had really lovely display of flowers in here. We're trying to build on that. So it's a case of just trying to keep on top of this. For the benefit of the flowers, but also growing some grass. Now, whatever we produce from here will be proper meadow hay, which is actually a really good quality. No fertilizers, artificial fertilizers anyway, and no chemicals. So what I'm trying to do is remove this, put it in little heaps around the field where it can break down, not cause a problem. It'll also provide additional habitat for the likes of grass snakes, mice who can nest amongst it. At a later date, I can always come in and pick it up and use it for compost. It's just a case of trying to tease out the worst of it without digging in deep to the stuff underneath which isn't cut. Because unfortunately, when I was doing the fencing here, I was in and out with a little tractor and it was wet, couldn't do anything about it. So I was using the rushes to try and take the burden off the ground and not rut it up too much, which it does. Did a good job of that. But the downside is once it's flattened, it doesn't stand up, and then it's very difficult to mow. And we mowed this with a little Stiga pedestrian mower, which is very efficient, but it takes a bit of time. And you can see underneath where all these bits are, the grass is a bit yellow. It's trying to grow. It's not getting the light it needs. So we're getting the air and the light into that. And the other advantage of that is if the sun and the wind can get to the ground, it'll help to dry it up faster when eventually it stops raining. Or should I say, if it ever stops raining. We're not going to get it all up. I'd so like to come here with a rake on the tractor and pull this up. Be done in 20 minutes. But unfortunately, it is just way too wet. Just no way. We can do that at the moment, and it needs to come off now. But already, the rushes are growing, but also everything else is growing as well. I'm no expert on plant ID, but there's a big variety out here. We start off with a show of buttercups, which weed to some people. It causes me a problem on the garden, creeping buttercup, because it's everywhere. But out here it's competing with everything else, so it's got a bit more of a battle on its hands. And they go over, and then other stuff comes in. So vetches. I'm trying to think what the name of the other stuff is. Yellow stuff. Loads of it out here. I'll put it up on there when I remember. This field we call Long Acre because it's about an acre and it's quite long, hence the name. So it's going to take me a few hours, but hey, keeping me fit. Something I can do when I can't do other jobs because it's too wet. And it's important for this meadow to have this all removed. Here comes the rain again. But the ground is still wet here. It's surprising. You get 2 or 3 good days and it starts to make a difference. But it's clay ground, it's wet ground, so it doesn't take much just to top it up again. But I kind of see the clay as like a battery store for water. So if we get a drought again this year, where other places which are all drained will dry up and not have a lot of grass, this battery's still going and it'll still be growing grass. It's a very good grass. And then later in the summer, when the flowers have gone over, we'll cut this for some hay, if the weather's right, hopefully, and that'll be some winter feed for sheep. I have contemplated some of the rushes, if I cut them and get it dry, rather to use it in effect like straw for bedding. Don't like to waste things, but if nothing else, they'll go in a heap for compost. And we'll do it that way. Some of you may have seen the video I put up of the barn owl. I was hunting in the field here and caught I think it was a rat. It was quite large. It flew up into the tree just above where I happened to be sat at the time, so I filmed it. Fantastic footage, all taken on an iPhone, nothing special. Right place, right time. If you haven't seen it, if you scroll down through our videos, you can find it there. Absolutely stunning to see it flying in. Obviously didn't see me because it was slightly darker under the trees. It was out in daylight. Until it was underneath the canopy, and then suddenly, oh, who are you? What are you doing there? And then promptly flew off. But, amazing experience, and so glad I was lucky enough to catch it on film. This is also the field we've got the hooting post in. So here's some other videos of the barn owl and the tawny owl set on the post at night time. The camera will pick it up, although it's only black and white. Yes, it's so lovely to be able to catch them out here. Not sure there's much activity at the moment because I've cut this. A lot of the mice and voles will have done a runner. A bit too exposed for their liking. So this is evidence of a mouse nest. Well, not so much of a nest, but it's where mouse has been living and eating grass and chewing stuff up. And that's what he's left. And they hide in the clumps of the grass amongst the stuff falling over, and they pull stuff in, and they run out a little bit further and pull stuff back in and pull it back in, and that's where they sit and eat it under the cover. Another little fella playing these around, hiding under the grass. Nice and wet for them. I'll move him out of the way, otherwise the crows or someone will get him. I'll give him a chance, he can go underneath the heap, find somewhere safe. It's just really nice to see them around. Get quite a few of them around. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, I'm calling it a day now. That's about half of it done today in the afternoon. Gonna have some tea. I think Mrs. S is doing a roast. So that'll be good. Can't be a roast. Come out and do some more tomorrow. Watch this space. If you enjoy our videos, please hit the like and subscribe buttons.
Even if you don't like it, still hit the like and subscribe button.